Welcome to the Success Face YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be discussing The Power of Charm by Tracy and Arden. This book delves into the importance of charm in personal and professional settings, and provides practical tips on how to develop and enhance your own charm. We will be discussing key takeaways from the book and how you can apply them in your own life to become a more confident and influential leader. So stay tuned for an informative and inspiring discussion on the power of charm. Interacting in a way that makes you seem likable, memorable, influential, and even charming is the best way to make friends. Social intelligence, a set of skills and understandings that help you work well with others, is necessary for charm. When we talk about charm, we are not referring to good manners at the table, attractiveness, or being a snappy dresser. We're discussing something significantly deeper. A crucial secret to effective communication, persuasion, and influence is charm. However, charm is not a secret in reality. You can charm people. It only requires mastering a set of useful skills. Being able to communicate effectively requires charm. Effective communication and the use of social intelligence are tied to 85% of a person's business success. People who are charming are kind and welcoming. Bill Clinton, for instance, is frequently referred to as charming. Associates say that he was always paying attention to the person talking to him and showed genuine interest, but he didn't care if the person liked him or not. Charm is the result of using particular skills that the majority of us don't know much about. Charm is not based on things like wearing trendy clothes or being shallow. It goes much further. People who are charming know how to get to the heart of someone and form a special connection with them. People who have charm are easy to like by instinct. They elicit strong responses and positive feelings. They are admirable and persuasive. People feel like a million, they say. Think how powerful it is to be able to make someone feel good about themselves. Whoever possesses charm earns what? It gains respect and access. Charming individuals are invited to participate in both public and private conversations. Additionally, people who are charming are frequently forgiven when they need it. Charm does not come from magic. Some people have it from birth, but most charming people improve their skills and learn how to communicate effectively with others. Mastering social skills and techniques that open doors is part of being charming. Being charming has its advantages. People who value themselves first have high self-esteem, which psychologists consider to be the most important personality trait. An individual's emotional makeup is influenced by self-esteem, as is his or her social behavior and thinking. Men are enchanted when you value that they are equipped for succeeding and giving. People, being emotional beings, react to the feelings that others hold for them. This learned behavior begins when children respond to how their parents treat them, laying the groundwork for how they will respond to other people later in life. The stage is set for becoming charming by the search for parental approval. Becoming a great listener is the first step toward becoming a completely charming person. Children want to be noticed by their parents. Adults want to be regarded as special by others. The recipient feels valued, special, and important when a charming person meets these needs by giving them their full, focused attention and sincere approval. How to be charming? There are 5 methods. Avoid being critical of others and accept others as they are. To improve somebody's confidence and joy, grin when you meet. This can be done without speaking a word. Show your gratitude for other people's contributions. It doesn't matter how much or how little they contributed. Saying, "thank you," is all that's required to charmingly convey appreciation, which is directly linked to self-esteem. Being grateful boosts your sense of self-worth and prepares you to help others. Offer affirmation because people want to be liked. Your approval of their actions reinforces their decisions and boosts their self-esteem. People's self-esteem is boosted when they receive compliments from others. A person's actions, achievements, fashion sense, appearance, or fashion sense can all be praised. Pay attention. Developing charm necessitates paying close attention to other people. Emotional intelligence is more important than rational intelligence when it comes to listening. When people answer their questions, leaders pay close attention, but charming people go one step further. They demonstrate empathy by ensuring that the speaker is understood in addition to hearing what they are saying. No matter what our inner agendas may be, people will react based on how they perceive us to behave. Be attentive and reflective. Ask questions, and give feedback to improve your listening skills. A good listener is able to accurately rephrase the other person's words. Women use more of their brain centers when they listen, according to research, and are better listeners than men. Men only use one sensory input to process information. As a result, men who want to be charming should work on their ability to listen. Smiling and laughing are, without a doubt, clear signs of how much you enjoy being with someone. You should talk to a man in a different way than you talk to a woman because of these physiological differences. If a man wants to get along with a woman, he should listen more than he talks, pay attention, show respect, and show affection when talking to someone close to him. Many of us would perform far below our potential without praise and recognition. If a woman wants to seduce a man, she should ask him questions that get him to talk about his achievements and career. This reinforces his fundamental need to provide for himself and succeed, boosting his self-esteem. Learning a few new strategies can help you overcome stage fright and develop the charming qualities you need. Two major acting theories serve as the foundation for these strategies. The first, known as the inside-out method, is mostly taught in the United States. In this method, actors learn to look at their own psychological motivations as well as those of their characters in order to understand what drives their roles. The European outside-in method begins by examining the character's actions. In order to understand the psychological reasons behind their character's actions, actors look within themselves for those traits. Additionally, many self-help classes instruct individuals on how to internalize their emotions in order to alter their behavior. It is possible to change how someone actually feels if you teach them to act happy. Methods of charming people. These methods are used to charm people. Make eye contact. Do you ever wonder how much eye contact is sufficient in a conversation? In fact, 100% is about right. Avoid using a focused gaze when making eye contact, as this can be intimidating and ineffective. Instead, employ the flick, which involves switching your focus to the other person's eyes. Actors may flick their eyes between their partner's lips and eyes in some TV love scenes, or between their partner's eyes and the eyes of another character. The head tilt. When you speak, a dog tilts its head in your direction to show that it can listen for longer. The same is true for individuals. The tilt of the head is both useful and charming. It improves your ability to convince the other person that you are listening and makes you appear curious. Nodding your head is an indication that you are paying attention and that you are enthusiastic and in agreement with what is being said. When you give people a head nod, it shows that you are aware of their presence. People won't want to listen to you if your voice is shrill, repetitive, or unpleasant. Work on making your voice sound better and adding tones that are warm, full, and animated. Make use of a tape recorder or a mirror to practice. The force of humor, grinning and chuckling show that you appreciate being with individuals. Laughter is a shortcut to charm. It spreads a positive outlook and mood to other people. You can pretend to be happy or enthusiastic when you don't feel like it. This causes feelings that can truly make you happy or enthusiastic. Your inner feelings can be altered by your actions. A smile or a laugh can help you charm your listener, even over the phone. Use other vocal prompts, such as "aha" and "ah," to indicate that you are listening to what the other person is saying. Because they show that you are involved, these voice prompts also help the speaker move along. Additional reassuring responses, like "really" or "interesting," imply that you are paying attention and comprehending the material. These words might be interpreted by others as tokens of slight encouragement. To turn out to be more included, say that you concur with the speaker. When giving voice prompts, tone of voice is very important. Body language, the way you move your body, also shows how much you care about what someone is saying or doing. When you listen, face the speaker directly with your entire body if you want to be charming. To demonstrate your interest, lean forward. Pay attention to the distance that separates you from the speaker when you stand next to them. You are in their personal space if you are within 2 feet. 2 to 6 feet is the typical distance between businesses. Keep in mind that a person 8 to 10 feet away views you as a stranger. The ability to see the world through the eyes of the other person is one of the most fundamental secrets of charm. Negative body language can be seen. Do not sag in your chair or turn your head to face someone while your body is pointing away. According to studies, voice tone signals 38% and body language 55% of what you are communicating. Your spoken words only convey 7% of your message. Body language is particularly important to women. Be aware that body language and symbolism can overpower or even obstruct your message. Start talking. Charming people speak clearly and effectively, understanding that it may take more than words to convey their message. When former Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev first arrived in the United States, not only were his political and economic speeches memorable, but reporters also noticed that his eyes had a significant impact. Using his eyes as a searchlight, he looked around the room for the people he wanted to influence. His close-to-home arrival contacted his audience members independently. Charming people keep up their end of the conversation by naturally and easily passing the ball back and forth. Break the habit of making eye contact with the audience by looking at the side of the other speaker's face when you give a presentation with them. Vary your gaze and focus on the area around their eyes rather than above their head to avoid appearing distracted. Talk slowly if you want to be heard. That makes it hard for me to understand you and leaves no room for conversation. Pace your speech. Slow talk is better than fast talk. As you practice using a modulated tempo, use a tape recorder to listen to yourself to slow down. Pay attention to your tone, speed, and delivery. Reduce your speed when speaking. Make use of pauses or silences to let people think and connect. When you say something significant, pause to emphasize it. The way you look, listen to people, and talk to them all have a huge impact on how charming you are. When they slow down, people who speak quickly may feel unnatural. It's hard to break this old habit, but it's worth it. Tone, tempo, and volume adjustments or some other vocal techniques. Talk in a lower range if you need to negotiate or reason with someone or are conversing in close proximity to them. Charming people avoid being rigid and critical. Learn what topics to talk about and steer clear of trivia. A conversationalist's worst mistake is to kill the ball by discussing topics that could end the conversation. It takes practice to be charming while simultaneously making a point. At the point when you're in a decent discussion, foster a speed. Keep going back and forth between the questions and answers. Don't let one person take charge of the conversation. Encourage people because they like to talk about themselves. To find out what they value, inquire. Use the terms who, why, where, what, and when to begin every conversation. Make use of your charm in the real world. Be friendly to everyone. Always be understanding and gracious. Be open-minded. Everyone will want a smile, so be prepared with a quick one. We hope you found our discussion on The Power of Charm by Brian Tracy and Ron Arden to be informative and inspiring. Remember, charm is an important quality to cultivate in both personal and professional settings, and can help you become a more confident and influential leader. We encourage you to pick up a copy of the book and start implementing the tips and strategies outlined in it to enhance your own charm. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content on personal development, leadership, and more. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in our next video.